Hi and welcome to the channel. So today we've finally made it out into the field, and I carry on my theme of cursing the weather as soon as I try and think about getting the camera out. Last time, if you remember, we were at Florborough with DSV looking at the rape, and it was sideways wind. Today it seems to be the rain which is causing a bit of havoc, but it seems to have just eased a bit. So we're just going to talk about spring barley today. We're here looking at one of our customers drilling some Diablo. The intention really is for this crop to go for feed rather than for malt, although the variety has just got approval for brewing use now as well as distilling, so it's a dual purpose variety like Laureate. But we're looking here at wheat that's failed. So it's winter wheat that was drilled back in November, and because of the prolonged wet weather it was failed, and now we're here drilling it with spring barley today. Spring barley in general, at the minute, it offers growers a really good opportunity in terms of gross margin. So a bit like the winter cropping area is all revolved around winter wheat being the best paying gross margin crop. Spring is really dominated by spring barley because it is very reliable. The modern varieties in particular punch well above their weight and are far superior to varieties of old. Forward prices are historically very high, and that's really underpinned by good demand going into the new crop as well. So we've got next to no carry out stocks year on year. So we're starting from a clean sheet, and hopefully if we start making it out of lockdown, then the brewing industry can start to gear up and kick on again after a very, very quiet spell for them, with all the pubs being shut over the majority of 2020 and into early 21. But yeah, the market dynamics are very much underpinned. We have a massive variety of options in terms of how we actually buy the barley back from growers. So we have pool, min-max and futures related contracts at the moment, and they all represent really good opportunity to earn reliable income from a spring crop. Spring barley is, as I've said, the most reliable crop in terms of yield really, or budgeted yield in the spring that I can think of, and that is why it is so strongly based around in the spring rotation. Thinking about varieties for this spring in terms of what's been available and what's been popular, most growers have tended to go down the malting varieties now. Very few go specifically down a feed only end use variety now. So the big three in the market are still Laureate, Planet and LG Diablo, and Laureate taking the lion's share of the market, with Planet not too far behind it, and Diablo I think we'll see an increased market share as we go forward on the news recently that it's now dual purpose variety. That will just sort of increase its scope of marketing for this next campaign. By the time this video goes live, we'll be getting well down our spring barley seed stocks. So we would very much urge you to make sure that if you're thinking about spring barley and haven't got any seed planned yet, or if you've got late drilled winter crops which you're a bit undecided whether to continue with now or not, make that decision quick so that you can get your preferred variety while it's still available, and we can get it out to you in good time. Thank you.